In this video, I'm going to take you through how to visualize data using Excel chart. So here we have a simple data here. So we have the years and then we have the sales that we had for each of the years. So now we want to be able to visualize this data using Excel chart. In Excel, there are so many chart types that you can use, but here, whenever you are picking a chart, you have to look at the data that you are trying to visualize and the story that you want to tell. That will influence the selection of the chart that you can use. So now let's take a look at the types of charts that we can use in Excel. So what I need to do is to first have a data that I want to visualize. So here I want to visualize this data set here with the years and then the sales amount. So what I need to do is to select any cell within this data, or I can select the entire data set and then go to insert. And here within the chart groups, you'll be able to see some of the chart types that we have in Excel. But if we want to take a look at all the chart types, you have to click on this button here or icon here to be able to see all the charts. So here we have recommended charts. So here Excel looks at the nature of the data that we want to visualize and try to come up with some charts that we can use to visualize the data. But I'm going to ignore this option and go to all charts. So here you'll be able to see all the chart types that we have in Excel. So we have a column chart, and here you'll be able to see a preview of the nature of the column chart. Then we also have a line chart, we have the pie chart, the bar chart here as well, and then we have the area chart, the scatter plot or the XY, and then we also have a stock, we also have combo chart, we have waterfall chart. We have so many chart types, but before you pick any chart, you have to think about the story that you are trying to tell and the nature of the data that you are trying to visualize. So here, if you take a look at this data here, this is showing a trend. Like we have the data for the years and then the sales amount. So one of the charts that we can use is a line chart, or we can go with a column chart. So here I'll pick this column chart here and then click OK. And now we have this column chart that we are using for this data. So when you look at this, you'll be able to see how our sales have been changing over time. Or if I want it to be more clearer, I can go ahead and then go to insert and then pick a line chart. So yeah, I'm going to click on this button here and then go to all charts, or I can pick one of the recommended charts here, but I'll go to all charts, go to line chart, and I'll be able to pick one of these. So I'm going to pick this and then click OK. So now we have this line chart here visualizing the trend or how the sales have been changing over time. Now when you insert a chart, there are so many options that you can use to format the chart. So here I'm going to show you how you can change the color of the chart. So if I want to change the color for this series or these data bars, what I will do is to select them, right click, and then pick format data series. So with this, the format data series option will open for me. So what I need to do is to go to fill and line, and here I'll be able to apply some fill to this chart. So here I'll go to solid fill, and then you see we have the color bucket here. I'll just click on this and then I can choose the color that I want to use. So here you can use any of these color options here to visualize the data. Or maybe you want to format this data series with different colors. You can pick this option here, vary colors by point. So I can just select this, and you can see that each of them will be having different colors. But as a data visualization expert, you don't need to be using this. Make sure that all the series here are going to have one color, because there's no need for you to use different colors, because already the bars are distinct and different from each other. So you don't need to color them differently to show that they are different. So here I'm going to turn off this option here and then pick the color that I want to use for this. So maybe I want to go with this green color here, and that will be the color I'm going to use for this. Now another thing that you can do to this chart is to add data labels. So you can see that each of the bars here represent the values for each of the years. Instead of you having the bars here and your audience are going to be matching up to the axis here to be able to get the values, we want the values to be on top of each of the series here, so that when you look at it, you'll be able to see the value. So with this, I'm going to select the chart here and then go to the chart element. So you see we have this plus button here. There's the chart element. So I'm going to click on this. Now we have data labels here. So I'm going to turn it on. And now for each of them, you'll be able to see the data labels or the value for that particular series. So here, if you're looking at 2018, you can see that the 2018, our sale was 1,000 here. If you're looking at 2016, you can see that our value was 500 here. So this is how you can also format your chart and take it to the next level. Now let me show you another way that we can visualize data. So here we have gender and then we have the population here. Now what we want to do is to visualize this data. One of the charts that we can use for this type of data is to use a pie chart. So here I'm going to select this, go to insert, and then go to all chart, and here I'll go to pie and then pick this and click OK. So with this, you'll be able to get a pie chart that represents the males and then the females. So here what I will do is to turn on the data labels, and now for each of them you'll be able to see the value on top of each of them. So here, if I want to format them, I can just select this and then right click and then go to format data series, and here I'll go to my fill and line, and then I pick a solid fill. So here I'm going to pick maybe a gray color here, and then just select one of them, maybe the females, and then give it a different color, maybe green here, and now you'll be able to focus on these values. If I want to change the color of these data labels, I can just select it and then go to the home tab and then go to my font group, and I'll be able to change the color of this data labels. So maybe I want to go with white, or maybe I want to go with the automatic black. You can also go with it, or maybe use a different color depending on your interest. You'll be able to pick the color from here, but here we are going to go with the black. Maybe I want to bold this. I can select it, come to the home tab, and here I can bold it just like a normal text. So this is how you'll be able to visualize data in Excel using a chart.